All right, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Unstoppable Branding Experience.
Honey.
Yeah. Hey, Swano, what's up? Yes. Did something just happen with Swano saying honey?
Do not use any of your internet because nobody can hear you and you zap out. Hey, I'm just letting you know. I'm in the Canary Islands where there's slow internet, but it's slow where you are. So do not use any of your internet. Go through slides if you have to, but do not use any internet and don't show your face because your internet is slower than the Canary Islands.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, geez. You're kidding, right? Even right now.
So
Okay, welcome everyone. Welcome to the Unstoppable Branding Experience call, guys. Of course, my name's Rhonda Swan. If you don't know who I am already, you probably do. Can you guys actually see me? Is that what everyone's saying? Maybe you guys can see me. No? Okay. All right, good. All right, well, actually, welcome everyone. This is really great to be here with all of you guys. I love doing these calls, and it's been actually a little bit of time since I've done them. So it is so great to have everyone here. Now, I've been running this call. I typically do a free call on marketing. But tonight's call is slightly different because I'm focusing more on my branding. Of course, I run a workshop for the whole industry, and I've done it for several years now. It is my passion. It's what I love to do. And so what I'm going to do tonight, guys, I'm going to share with you and really teach you some things. I'm going to get into some detail about really the value of really branding yourself, but go into even more detail in regards to your core message, how to write a great story video or how to write a great story and use your video to really enhance your marketing. So it's really interesting though. I was deciding to do this call, and I was kind of telling everyone in the beginning, it was a lot of stuff that was been happening recently. Of course, you guys love us or you know us because we travel, right? We use network marketing, internet marketing to live our absolute amazing life. And that's part of traveling, right? And we have been in so many different countries, but the last month has been a little chaotic. And I usually can handle everything. In fact, I handle 500,000 times more probably than Brian does, I would think. But typically we can just kind of roll with it. Well, lately it's like the internet, everything's going wrong, everything's bad. And you have to take a step back. You have to prioritize what is extremely important, right? Now, that's for everything. It's a prioritizing when things get overwhelming. I take very simple things and always go back to this. I always go back to what are my income producing activities for my business. As you all know, I work with the whole industry. I work from people from brick and mortar all the way to, of course, network marketing, assisting them in creating a brand and allowing them to discover what their most valuable asset is. And your valuable asset is you, your story, your uniqueness, which, and then, guys, relates to your brand. Now, I'm talking about a way that you can communicate and create customers for life. That's what I love to do. And being part of this industry for over 9 years, I know the values of taking a step back and only doing the things that are ultra important that will move you forward. See, we all get locked into all these technical things that confuse us and get us lost, where when we can do very simple things that you can apply right now, which is, of course, understanding who your customer is, how to talk to them, whether it's through video, whether it's through a post, it's just how you can connect to them. And so that's what I'm going to share with you guys a bit tonight and really help you get ultra connected. And then at the end of the call tonight, guys, I do my workshop. I'll share with you a little bit about it at the end if you'd like. If you want to work with me further, I love it. I can only give you so much in 50 minutes, but I will give you every single thing I have tonight that I can get inside of this call. And that's what I will commit to you. So let's get rocking, guys. How's everyone doing, by the way? Can you guys hear me okay? Let me know you can by giving me that little hands up, that little microphone, or that little, just give me like the high five for using the hand up mic. I want to make sure you guys can hear me. You're feeling good because I didn't get to unmute you guys. As you know, yeah, right on. I feel like we're having a little party. Okay, good. Because I love this, guys. I receive my more energy to give to you, more passion to give back to you when I can get it from you. And of course, tonight I didn't open the line. So usually I get all kinds of good vibes. But tonight I had to, I'm taking hands. That's my excitement from all of you guys tonight. So I didn't get to really open up the lines. And that's what I love to do. But there's lots of you guys on tonight. I want to thank you for being here. Now let's get going. Okay. No more BS, no more kiss and tail. Boom. Let's get started. All right. That's my style. Okay. Let's go. All right, guys. I want to really start talking deeply about our core messaging and really getting to our core. That's going to be the foundation of tonight's call. And the reason why I started here tonight is because I find that there are so many different marketers around this industry that they start and they jump so quickly forward that they forget about really going back to the core, right? Because you cannot become a marketer or just start flinging links around unless you really know your purpose and why you're doing it. Now, certainly there are some rules of thumb that say, hey, grab a link, show it, make some money first, and then start talking about yourself. Now, I certainly feel that there are some valuable, there's the value to that, right? You don't want to become someone that you're not, and you certainly want to start making some money. Although I look at things like this. 9 years ago, guys, I started this industry, which is internet marketing and network marketing. And I did not have immediate results. But what I did, because I had a background in understanding business, I was looking to either create a franchise or a brick and mortar company. Although I found that the benefits to that were very low to me, right? And what I knew before I started in this industry, and you guys are from all different companies, and what I found in when I began is that I knew in brick and mortar, I knew in franchise, it was going to take time, and that if I took the steps, day to day steps, I would become successful. Because first off, I know that if a system works and it converts, right? We use conversion here in network marketing. If your offer converts, you're going to have a sale eventually. Same thing with, let's say, a McDonald's franchise. We know people want the burgers. As long as you follow the system that's set up, it's going to work. Now, how quickly is it going to work? Well, that's why I say that I take on a different school of thought when it comes to starting and not flinging links around. Because this is the deal. There's a million different opportunities on the internet, guys. You all know that. There's a ton of things. There's so many companies out there that do great stuff. And what happens, we get started, we're like, oh, it's so great. I want everyone to know it's so great. And you fling a link. Well, guess what? Unless you have earned the right to fling a link at someone, you probably are not going to get someone to buy. So this microwave mentality that's been created from, I don't know, maybe the microwave, right? Give me food now, is really taking the back seat. And it comes back to you getting down to your core, why you're doing what you're doing, why you believe in the company you've got, and sharing that. Starting from the core instead of from the outside, which may be the peels where you're skipping way, way far ahead and you're missing the key elements because you just want to make money now. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. If we forget about why we're doing something, really get connected to the purpose, what made us say we're in, people are going to run from you. I call it posting with purpose or sharing with purpose, because when we sell, we repel. Okay, now selling takes on many different meanings. I do sell every day because I talk about the things that I love, the things that I like to do, and what I'm all about. That is selling. But when you are flat out all the time, here, look at this, look at this, look at this. I got this new platform. I got this new product. I got this. You are going to repel people. So let's talk tonight about how to attract them, get them excited, want them to follow you. Now, is it instant? Not always. Can it be? Yes. Is it long term? Yes. Does it create customers for life? Absolutely. And there's things that you guys can do today that you will actually create a microwave result. Okay, I'm going to use this tonight. If you do what I share with you what to do, because I've seen it. In my workshop, I've got people that have never once thought about their core message, their vision, their story ever. The first time they did it, all of a sudden, everything changed. And in fact, if she's here tonight, I've got a number of people, but I have one girl specifically that for the first time shared her realness, who she is, And people instantly they just took aware of it. They were like, wow, I've never heard you do this before. And in fact, the people that I work with that we teach this, their the whole businesses start to change and the way they think starts to change. They stop selling and they start attracting. Okay. So let's rock and roll. Let's do this. Wow, there's a ton of you guys here tonight. It's so exciting. Okay. Marilyn Monroe, I love her, of course, because she has been branded in many different ways. This image, of course, is part of her brand. Her mole is part of her brand. Her lips, everything she does had a brand. And I use her all the time when I come to really express what it means. Now, many of you that I've worked with actually a number of you here tonight, which is fantastic because we always come back together again. It seems so fun when I work with people. We always come back. And so I have a lot of people I've worked with in the past, a lot of new people. So I'm excited that you're here because tonight you're going to change the way you think about your business, the way you think about how you market. And a lot of maybe popcorn moments or aha moments might come up for you tonight, which is going to be awesome. I'm excited for that. And many of you that have worked with me before, the things that I've said to you over and over again are going to become really, really clear tonight. Crazy, but they will. So let's dig in a bit deeper in regards to our brand and our core message. Guys, your personal brand and who you are and your core message, it's like your birthmark for your business. Marilyn Monroe has a birthmark. It's her gorgeous little mole. That is her birthmark for her. Your birthmark for your business is your brand. Now, it's not just your image, okay? It is everything. It's about what makes you who you are to your customer. Okay, your imaging is totally almost at the end. I think if my students are here, they'd say, we don't even talk about image till the end of our class because that just comes. But it's about you. It's what makes you completely unique because that's what a birthmark does. It's always with you. It makes you who you are and makes you unique. Now, how many of you guys maybe say already you have a business birthmark? Because a lot of you guys might be going, dang it, I'm like everyone else. So first off, let's do hands up. Who has a business birthmark now? Hands up. Okay, cool. Regina, let's see. Raphael, Pippa, Nancy, cool Joy, awesome. Sherry. Okay, cool. Now, how many of you guys are like everyone else? Just be honest. Totally honest. How many of you guys you think are really kind of like everyone else still? Okay. And that happens, right? It does happen. Now, it's fine because you might be doing great and things are working because you are finding the right groups to fling links at. That's great. Now, I will share with you right now that if you begin to take on some of the things I'm going to share with you tonight, you will not only now increase your likability, your trustability, and your selling ability, the people that want to buy from you, you will change the way your people look at you because now you're giving value, you're adding value, and you've got something that's different than everyone else, more unique to you. Now, I say it like this because a lot of people, they get random, right? They share the same kind of stuff that everyone else does. Same way, same thing. You have to throw a twist on it. So let's do that tonight and talk about what we're going to talk about. We're going to go through tonight the importance of your core message. If you don't know what that is, I'm going to share with you exactly what it is. The value of your story, the elements for writing a story that people want to hear. There are different ways to share your story, and there certainly are different ways for people to see your story. And I'm going to share with you exactly how to do that. And then we're going to talk about how to create a brand that everyone notices. Okay. Now, these are some topics, guys, that you may have heard, but you may have never started to apply. And we can apply these things very simply. And I'm going to go through all I can tonight, and then we're going to show you guys how we can do one-on-one stuff. All right. So why is our core messaging so important? Right? Why? Well, first off, it follows you and your customer throughout your whole sales process, along with the relationship with you. Think about that. Your core message follows your customer follows you throughout the whole process. So that means this. It means from your posts on Facebook, from your post on, let's say, a blog, to your links you share with them, which should be either a lead capture page or a blog, all the way through to the video they see, whether it's from you or your company, all the way to the space that they need to buy. Your core message, guys, has to be congruent. That means the company that you're working with, the way that you are sharing what you offer has to be completely congruent with you. Now, let me give you guys some examples. The Unstoppable family, of course, we've been traveling for a long time. Our core message is teaching people how to become unstoppable freedompreneurs and proving that anyone can work from no home. We have a number of different taglines that we use, and taglines are another area of branding that we do. We dig deeply into in our branding workshop, but this is part of what our core message is. We are all about travel, freedom, and showing people how they can do it too. Everything I post on is about that. Everything. Now, do I love skiing in the mountains? Sure. Do I love shopping? Yes. But when I am posting with purpose and I am literally using my blog, my lead capture pages, my posts to get an outcome, everything has to be congruent. So if right now you guys have maybe a Facebook page and a fan page, but it's kind of random, it's all over the place, and people just kind of like you, but they're not taking action, there's a reason. It's because your core message is not connected and congruent to what you want people to do. Think about that. Let's think about the things that you do on Facebook, let's say, because that's the easy one. Everyone uses it. And then think about how you connect people to your opportunity or to your offer. Now, if we're just talking about branding ourselves, it still is the same. Everything we say and do has to be about what we are all about. Okay? So our core message is going to take them through our full process. And guys, remember, you can ask questions, throw them up there. I will get to them after, okay? But certainly if you have questions, I will open it up at the end for questions. Okay, now, if we want a customer for life, we have to know and define our core message to ensure they'll keep coming back. Guys, this part right here will completely change the way you connect with your customers. Now, many of you use blogging. I use blogging. Awesome. I also use marketing. Triple awesome. So I have two ways to offer what I do. So do you. You use your blog to share your stuff, to share who you are, to get them connected, to put them in a neutral space. I call my blog my home. If you've worked with me before, guys, your blog is your home. It's the place for people to love you, know you, like you, trust you. It's a place for them to see the stuff that you've got to talk about. And then maybe, just maybe, on the right-hand sidebar or the top menu, they might see your banners and they get interested and they click through. That's one side. That's the freeway. That takes a little bit longer, but it's a very neutral space. I invite people to my home all the time. I want them to feel comfortable, but I have to also market myself. So how I market myself is I use my core message and my brand, and I pay for marketing, right? It's either by, let's say, solo ads, Facebook boosted posts, it's by Facebook ads, YouTube, right? We use a number of different resources to market ourselves. But if our core message is whacked out all over the place and not congruent, our customers are going to go, who the heck? What are they selling? What are they doing? And guys, I'm going to show you this. I know this because I've done it before. If I'm not focused on what I offer, what I do, my people do get confused. Now, I've been around for a long time, so I'm able to kind of throw a lot of things out and people kind of go, I guide them to what's best for them. But when you are brand new, you want to find exactly what your core message is, start creating video, creating posts that have everything to do about your core message every day. Post with purpose, I call it. That way, your people are like, wow, I just love what they have to say. Oh, they're selling this. Wow, I love that. And they stick with you. And then maybe you might create your own product. Like, I got to buy that because I know what it's about. Our people, they know what we are about, right? Every person, I've got people that have followed me for years and years and years. And no matter what I offer them, they're going to follow me. And I want that for you. And you can do it simply. So let's keep going so I can give you some more juice, right? Okay. You guys ready for some juice? Hands up if you want some of the juice, like you want to chew on something. All right. You guys are awesome. Yay, I love you guys. Yeah, it's so good to be back to this call. Gosh, I've so missed it. All right. So, and can I get another, just a real quick sound check? Can you guys hear me? Hands up. If you can hear me, okay, or just tell me a shout out. Yeah. To make sure you guys are hearing. Cool. Okay, good. The internet's working here in Michigan. Woo! Even though I am in the boonies, I swear we create internet problems because we don't like to be around everyone. We don't like to be where the standard, status quo is. We like to be in the middle of nowhere. So we create internet problems. But maybe that's also we're going to start manifesting better internet around the world in really remote locations. Okay, your core message is represented in the way we communicate on our blog, right? Our posts. So they need to have a universal message. It's the way we communicate on Facebook, how we message on our websites, and how we speak in our videos. Guys, your core message has to be you. It's not your company. I've shared with this many times. Swipe is cool. Swipe, if you don't know what swipe is, it's when someone writes something for you and you take it and you post it everywhere around the world and you just get really lazy and you build someone else. How you speak in your videos and how you write your messages, swipe's okay, but you have to make swipe your own and then take that skill and learn how to communicate through email using your core message. I'm all about everyone using, autoresponders that are given to you by your company, but I would take the time to make them part of your voice. Your voice. I'm silly. I'm goofy. My videos, I typically am laughing. I'm running. I'm walking. We're doing something crazy. If I have this really serious video or this really serious swipe copy or copy, it's not me. So the way I communicate on my blog has got to be a way I communicate. I'm not the best writer. I'll tell you that much. I get people criticizing my grammar all the time. Whoops. Sorry. I still make money because people still follow what I do because I'm always me. The way you do it on Facebook, if you're swipe copying what people do, guys, you are going to be sadly mistaken because it's not you. Your people that know you, and this is why also friends and family kind of repel sometimes because they're like, they keep doing what I just saw over here, or you keep doing what other people are doing, and it doesn't make you a leader. It starts you off, but you've got to take responsibility for you being a leader, right? And it doesn't mean doing everything, it means making it yours. So, core message again, the way we talk on our blog, the way we talk on Facebook, the way our messages are revealed on our websites, and how we speak in videos. Okay. So let's go for right now developing understanding what our core message is, because that's how we're going to create our customer for life. Okay. So with a solid core message, it allows us to stand above even our competitors. But guys, actually, it allows you to also stand out and over above everyone else, even your compadres. I should put that from stands out from your competitors if I can spell it, right? Because I always suck at my spelling. Compadres. Even the people you work with in the same company. You got to stand out in front of your compadres. You got to be bigger than them. How do we do it? Okay. We clearly express the real value that you provide. So this is stuff that I dig really deep into my workshop. But what is the value you have? Now, many of you guys may be like, I don't have a ton of value. I'm just selling this opportunity because I need to make money. Stop. You have so much value that people want to hear. Maybe it's something that you've done in life. Maybe it's a circumstance you've had in life. Maybe it's an accomplishment, or maybe it's just a passion you've got. Your value can shine through what you do. And it's by the language you use, it's by the confidence you offer by being consistent in video. I teach my students how to create a video series. I'll talk about that a bit tonight. And that keeps people's they keep them following you because guess what? If you're doing a video series and you're doing video, you're doing stuff that people never did. They don't do. I've got I had one girl who said, "Oh my God, I can't even believe this, Rhonda. For the first time, I'm starting to share who I am and myself. I'm creating a video series that starts on Monday, ends on Friday." It's got a topic. It goes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We have a lot of elements to create that video series of how to make it successful. But she started to follow this. And within 4 weeks, she's like, I have hundreds of people now opting into my opportunity, people on my blog commenting, following me. It's because she's giving them some value that she's always had. And it started off with parenting. Then she started helping other people with, she's got a child that is a disability, started helping other people. Guys, your value, the things that you know are valuable. Okay. So we start figuring out what our core message is and stands us above our compadres or our competitors. And even if we're selling, even if we're offering something, they have to be the same. For instance, when I do a video, I might just share my normal, check us out. We're traveling. We're in Spain now. We're doing this. We're doing that. My daughter's taking horseback riding. I just might do a video. And then I say, you know, guys, and the most important piece to me is why I can do it. I can travel the world because I found a way to work for myself, how to make an income working by myself. If you want to see that, go ahead and on over to my blog. Go on over to maybe my lead capture page. I might say whatever it is. And I'd love to let you check it out. I just did a regular generic video that's just sharing, but I gave them a call to action that's part of my core message. See, it allows you guys to be perfectly positioned above other people because what happens, guys, as you may know, if you follow any kind of personal development, like attracts like. Like attracts like. So you're going to attract people that are like you. Eddie, I love this. I'm assuming you really want to keep your political views off your personal Facebook page. Yeah, unless your core message is all about conspiracy and government and all political, then of course you want people like you. I tend to keep my religious and my political views necessarily off, right? But my political views are freedom, right? So I guess it's not true. I use freedom all the time and say I don't trust the government. I create my own economy, right? So it is really up to you, but typically it just depends on what you're attracting, right? I've got people that attract, they really want a spiritual person, someone that's has a religious background and foundation, and that's the people that they really connect with. Okay. So you also, then guys, we want to solve a problem that customer has. So what is the problem you can solve? So this is what we look at when we are defining our core message. Okay. First off, we align between creating defining your core message is an alignment between you and your prospect or your customer, whatever you want to call them, right? It's your alignment. It's that connection. It's that commonality you have. So let's answer some questions, right? Right now, you guys can write these down. If you're in a business right now and it's a little bit all over the place, if you do these first 3 steps, tomorrow you will be different. You'll think different and you'll start doing things different with the way you share and you market your business. So number 1, what are our commonalities we have? What are the things that I like? My people like to travel, and they also big time like to be with their kids. So my value, right? My commonality is people that don't want to put their kids in daycare. So I find all my commonalities. Travel, it's kind of last, but it's important. Being part of family, not putting their kids in daycare, having freedom. Those are really my 3 commonalities that I've got. Now, is freedom general? Yes. So I get a little deeper. My freedom goes from corporate woman wanting to be with their kid and still making the same kind of money she had before, but being free. See how tight I just got to my customer that I communicate with? So yours might be with my kid, start general, be with my child, be home, make money. But is it maybe who you are? Maybe a stay-at-home mom that doesn't want to wear a robe but wants to make money and retire her husband. Or maybe it's a man who works 12 hours a day, who wants to be with his family but still be the man of the family. But he also likes to travel and he also likes to surf, right? That's my husband. See, You start narrowing down your commonality, your uniqueness, narrowing it down. And how you find it is looking at you. Quite frankly, I don't want to work with people that really don't like what I do. And if they say, well, I don't like how you guys are so free and, you're kind of loose and maybe sometimes the internet sucks, deal with it or quit. Don't work with me. I travel. I work my business from everywhere. And if the internet's poor, it's because I'm living my life in freedom. Do you guys get that? Part of our, I think, core message is having crappy internet and a crappy connection. But my team understands it because I create systems for them to be taken care of. So it's very different. Are you guys feeling this right now? Are you guys understanding where I come from so far? Hands up if you do. Yeah, good. Okay. Because this stuff, guys, is really solid. Okay, so let's go back to this again. What are commonalities? Look at you. What do you like? What are the problems do they have? Right? What are the problems? How can I solve them? This is going to be part of the elements of your story that I'm going to get to in a moment as well. All right, so here we go. Problems they, right? Chances are it's problems you have. So let's just drop the ego right now. You probably have the same ones. I did too. Problem, working 10 hours a day. Problem, don't want to put kids in daycare. Problem, only have 2 weeks vacation. Solution, what is your opportunity? Maybe, guys, maybe health. Some of you guys are in health. I work with a lot of people in health, right? Maybe losing weight, might be not knowing what to do, might be, getting your family on a better exercise regimen, whatever that might be. Those are problems you had, is probably why you chose in your deal. Whatever your deal is, right? I got a bunch of deals, right? But that's why. So then, how do we solve them? When you get this right now, write this down. I don't care if you work with me further or not. You will get something from this tonight. What are my commonalities I got with my people? How can I connect to them? What problems do they have and me? And what's my solution? If your solution that you are offering right now is not congruent with your commonalities and what you like, you are going to be off. If you are selling fitness, but you're talking all the time about travel, you could have a disconnect. Do you get that? I talk about travel, I talk about my family, and my opportunity gives them a way to do it. You got to make sure it's congruent. Everything has to be congruent. Blogging is separate than your marketing. You can blog about anything and attract people for free. They like you, they want you, they might click to the right. Marketing is different. Marketing is on point all the time. Sharing a story that has a solution, that had a problem, has a solution, and giving them the solution. We have to get this, guys. Okay? Super, super sexy stuff when we tell this awesome story about our who we are, overcoming it, and how horrible it was. And then we just charged through. We made it happen because we found this awesome solution to get us there. Maybe it's weight loss. Maybe it's maybe it's just wanting money, right? Finding a business opportunity. Maybe it's, what are these other products that are out there? There's so many great products. MLMs are amazing. I work with a lot of MLMers too. I've never done one, so I always lose my mind on the MLMs. But guys, this is gold. All right, so let's get deeper into number 2. Okay, got this one? Okay. I'll get the recording up for you guys as well. I'll post it. All you guys will get the recording too. All right, now, what we look at when we are defining our core message. Second, creating consistent marketing and a promotional plan that your audience super duper craves, right? How do we do that? Okay, we do really cool, fun stuff to create a consistent marketing plan. Now, I always tell everyone I only teach what I do. I never teach what I don't do now. I have done it all, right? I've done it all. Not all of it has worked for me, but what has worked is what I do. Now, are there a lot of other things out there? Absolutely. Don't ask me about other things that I've never done or I don't do now because I won't teach on it. Okay. That's just my philosophy. There's a lot of people that have done stuff a long time ago and they don't do it anymore and it doesn't work because they haven't done it in a while. So your consistent marketing and promotion plan could be blogging consistently, right? Shooting video using a video series, promotion on Facebook, promotion on YouTube. That's what I do. That's all I do. Now, my blog stuff is pretty congruent all the time, but my marketing messages are really, really defined to the solutions I'm solving all the time. So on Facebook, you might see me do all kinds of different stuff. And it's really not my paid for spot on my page. But I promote special things for my fan page that are so on point and very defined to solving the solutions I've got for people. Because I want to make money that way. That's how I make money, right? I market it. So when you're consistent in your marketing and promotion plan, all you do is you write it out. Okay, here's my blog side. The blogging is great. It's fun. Is my blog set up in a way that people look at it and can take action if they like what's on the right-hand sidebar? Okay. Second, am I talking about stuff that people like? Am I blogging daily? Am I being consistent? Okay, that's going to create traffic. That's going to create people to come to you. Now, on the other side, is my marketing and my promotional plan consistent and congruent? That means, am I shooting a video every day if I'm using YouTube as my platform? Am I doing posts and promotional posts on Facebook if that's my platform? Am I bringing enough traffic consistently, let's say through a solo ad, total cold traffic? Am I buying traffic consistently to bring people to my lead capture page? See, that's how people start craving you. They see you so much, they've got to keep watching. They've got to keep going. And what I love, how we do this, is through our email marketing. Once you get them on your lead capture, once they get in your list, now you got them. You got their email. You've got a place to communicate. That's when I begin a marketing promotional plan every day that keeps people wanting more of what I have every day, telling them stories, sharing new things that I've done, new maybe wins we've had, successes, to get people to want what I have to offer. That's very different than my blog, just my normal newsletter list, right? It's your promotion and your marketing list. It's got to define your core message all the time, the problem you're solving all the time. If you are always talking about that problem, guys, that you can solve for someone, if that's all you do is you talk about the problem you can solve for them, people will take action. And I mean this, for instance, when you are creating a blog post. It talks about some really cool stuff. And at the end, you always funnel it down and say, the reason why I can either be with my kid, the reason why, my life is more peaceful, the reason why I create so much happiness, the reason why I have financial success is because of this solution I use. Okay. That's a blog post. Facebook, I call it the 3-to-1 ratio, 3 general shares, soft shares to 1 hardcore sell share. So I might talk about a lot of fun little things 3 times. And then I go, you know what? Wow, my life's amazing. I got to travel to Michigan to see my dad and to go to Orlando because the blog piece is launching. You want to see what the blog piece is all about? Click below, right? Whatever I'm offering. So I might do 3 cool videos, soft ones, talking ones, picture ones. And then I'm like, bam, right? It's a 3-to-1 ratio that we use because it's consistent. It's what they crave. They're watching, watching, watching. They want what you have to offer, guys. Woo! I like that light bulb. All right, this is awesome. I love when I see that. So I love it. Jeremy just said he's got a light bulb. And this is what happens. Why, literally, guys, I feel like I talk about the same stuff all the time, but it has to happen this way because when we just stay so ultra consistent all the time, it's like you're walking people through your same solution all the time, all the time. You have your little core message, but you got to solve the problem. If you aren't solving the problem, they don't see it for themselves. Okay? Do you get that? Okay, I'm not going to take personal company questions right yet or right now because I'm going to talk about more generic so everyone can benefit. All right, so let's keep going. And again, I sell us. You know why? Because if one day the company I'm working with goes a wayside or does something I don't like, my people love us. They buy from me. I do not usually promote a company ever. Not usually. I typically promote myself, who we are, what we've got, the solutions we can solve, because I can change a link on a click of a click, right? And it can turn into maybe selling wine, right? Here's a solution. I can sell wine because I can be home with my kid and sell wine, right? That's really the reality, guys. And this is when you get good at this and you get fun at this. It's all about you. That's why I'm so big about branding yourself. Because the moment the company you might be working with does something you don't like, you're stuck. Okay? Get it? All right. Nice. Okay. Third, what do we look at when we're defining that core message? Your story, big one. Ding, ding, ding. That's why it's number one. It's a big one. A video series, huge. Anyone that works with me knows I force them to do video. And they do great jobs. In fact, I'm so ready to start back at my normal video because we've had horrible internet uploading. Email series, right? Using email, solve the problem, talk about you, get them more connected to you, keep giving them solving problems. I'm solving your problem, solving your problem every day. And then a congruent post. It just leads them right through, right? Keeps them moving forward. Okay. These are the four main ingredients about what we look at when we define that core message: story, a video or video series, an email series, and congruent posting. Okay, now let's get deeper. Get me? We don't have a ton of time, but I'm going to go as deep as I can the next 10, 15 minutes. You guys cool with that? All right. Yay, awesome. Okay, your story. It is your greatest marketing tool, you guys. I spend weeks, this last class I had, we spent weeks on their story because of the most valuable piece they had. When you get this is part of your core. When you get your core of your story down and you nail it down and you figure out exactly what your core message is and you really get it nailed, everything leads from your story. If you jump ahead, it's because you're afraid. If you jump ahead and get away from the story, it's because you're lazy. Guys, get to your story right now. And it could be also because you're eager to make money, but this is your money maker. I know. I've done it before. I jumped forward, flinging links, posting ads, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, and I really forgot what I was here for, about people connecting with me. Okay? So your story. Let's go through the elements. All right. Elements of creating a super awesome, adorable, sexy, amazing story in 5 statements. I know it's hard because I take weeks to go through this, but let's do it. All right. First off, if we're not going to work further together, you guys at least need the outline, right? Tell about you and your background. Don't be boring, okay? A little bit about you and your background. And I teach you guys really how to do that. Some of my people go through and they write it out, and then we have to go over it again, over again, because there's a way to define it and shrink it so tight that the most juiciest pieces that people want to hear are there. I'll tell you what, I wish, is Sean DeCapo here? Man, she nailed her story and she is just rock solid. Are you here, Sean? I don't see her. Let's see. I want to see if Sean's here because she had just really um, great results with her story. And we went through her story like 4 or 5 times. All right. Tell about you, your background. Second, what is your vision? Right? What is it about you? For me, every one of my stories, because my story's long, it's about me, but then I break my story up into smaller stories, right? So I might tell my whole story about, this is me. I was a corporate executive working 10 hours a day, traveling 1 hour in traffic. I really wanted a way out. I wanted freedom. I didn't want to put a kid in daycare. I didn't even have a kid, right? But my vision was that I could be home with a kid. I could do this. And you give a little bit more details, right? And then I do a call to action because I'm solving a problem. But then I break all that out into individual smaller stories. So I've got stories about freedom. I've got stories about travel. I have stories about my family. I've got stories about my daughter. But they're all part of my vision, which is to be free and to work for myself and to be able to make money however I want it. Okay? So your first big story is you. Then you break down that story into little stories and you promote them. It's super fun. And really, guys, it's almost silly when you go, oh, this is so easy. But if you don't know how to do it, you are going to be lost, right? So let's get this before we leave. Then, what happened to me? And this is why it's number 3 for a reason. Do you see why? It's at the top of the hill. You have to have a vulnerability piece. You have to have a piece that happen to you. That doesn't mean you had to lose everything you had like we did. That's our piece is like ridiculous. It's got to be something. You either was a breaking point for you, or maybe it was just your boss, maybe you got fired, or maybe you realized that you weren't seeing your kid every day. Maybe you realized you weren't connected with your husband every day. I gotta see, make sure my husband's not telling me I need to look at something. He might be. Okay. Right? Maybe it's just something that you recognize that you needed to change. Or maybe it was great. And this an opportunity fell on your foot. Whatever it is, you got to be real. People love to watch car crashes, right? I hate it, but they do. So you've got to show vulnerability. You've got to be real. And I know this because the first year nearly, we were like the golden children. Everything worked for us. We had extra cash, business was booming, blah, 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 blah. People were like, these people are not real. Right? And then I started understanding that my life wasn't perfect. I just wasn't sharing it. You have to be able to share your vulnerability if you want more customers for life. I I know everyone that I talk to on Facebook. I personally know most of you because you've sent a comment to me because I know me and I know you. I've never met most of you. But you know what? Why do you know me? Because my family's very vulnerable. We share stuff. Heck, my husband showed everyone how horrible of a cook I am. Right? But it made me real because it's true. I'm a crappy cook, but it makes you real in your blog, in Facebook, and in video. This is your three main core places that you guys are going to be able to share your story. Then, what I did about this vulnerable piece, what I did about the problem I had, right? We go from there. Okay? So now you're telling your story, you're telling your background. Then you're like, this is my vision, so what I want. But man, things got tough, or this happened. Then, what I do about it? Don't end it with the bad pieces, guys. I've got people like, oh man, I'm stuck in a trailer and this stuff sucks and my life's horrible, but I got this new business. You want to work with me? No. You could still be in your trailer. That's okay. But you got to say, you know what? I made a decision to get the heck out of this trailer. And I'm going to be here in 6 months. And this is the platform I'm using. Do you see the power in that? There's no judgments, but you got to have triumph. You have to be the leader they want to work with. People love someone with vision. So you have to show them what you did about it and what your solution was. And then I'm big on the call to actions. Ask my team, they'll write a video. I'm like, geez, where's your CTA? Right? Come on, guys. You can't get them excited loving your videos without telling them what to do. They have to know what to do. You got to tell them what to do. And we use the 3-to-1 call to action again, like I was telling you earlier, and I teach this. It's a 3-to-1 ratio. It's 3 soft to 1 hard. So that might mean for 3 different videos, you might go, yeah, go ahead and check on my blog if you want to see more of these videos. Go on over to this site I've got. It tells you a little bit more. But my number one is, you know what? Click the link below. Guys, if you want some freedom, if you want to travel like we do, or if you want to be with your kid every day, click the link below. I'm going to show you the platform I use, flat out, right? That's what we do. We get straight up. And guys, I'm sorry. I don't run a business to make friends. Do I make them? Absolutely. People are not looking to make and be my friend. They want me to show them what I've done, how I've done it. Same with you. If you are stuck on making friends all the time, guess what? You got a lot of friends. They go to someone else because they've got the solution. Do you get that, guys? Hands up if you get that. Okay, we're not here to make friends. Do we make them? Yes. I've got more people, more of my best friends are in my business. People that I cannot wait to see next week, right? But guys, if we are not if we are not showing them we are the people that can give them the option or the solution, they're going to go find someone else that does. So CTA, call to action. Okay, this is huge stuff, guys. This will revolutionize. If you want to use that word, it just change the way you do your videos, the way you do your posts, the way you do everything. Okay, awesome. All right, because I love you, Claire. You're my friend now, but in the beginning, I was just teaching you, and Claire's awesome. I love Claire. I can't wait to meet her. right? Because, but she was pissed at me, I think, for a while too, because I made her learn. But you know what? She does. She's done it. And I'm using you as an example, Claire, because it's so awesome. Because I can't wait to hug her. You know, right? It's so great. It's so fun. All right, cool. All right, good. Okay, now next elements. Headline that makes people continue reading. If you are writing out your story, which you will, all of you, every one of you should tonight. There's tons of you guys in the line, over 45 people here tonight. It has to be something that makes them continue reading. So it can be like, for instance, I had one that was 9 years ago. I would cry after reading this post, but today I'm smiling, or I love Mondays. Something that makes people like, what? Why would they write that? And you want to get really good at creating headlines. Headlines are powerful. Second is using spacing for visual impact. When you are writing a story, there's a way to do it. You have to use spacing to create visual impact. And this is why people only read 20% of what they're reading. Ridiculous, 20%? But you've got 100% of stuff you want them to read. You write it in a way that allows their eyes to scan that 20%, get the whole message you've already written, and in the call to action. I started teaching people how to do this. When they started to do this, guys, people just started clicking more. They're like, why am I getting more click throughs? It's because of the way they were writing it. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of time. I love people's stories, but I don't read all the words either. I scan it. And if you're boring in the beginning, you don't have enough visual impact and spacing, I won't read it all. And I crave messages. I crave people's stories because I love to see how people tell them. But if you don't do it the right way, you're losing. Okay, now using an image that people relate to. Guys, if you're using Facebook or you're using a blog post, you have to use images, especially in personal branding. They have to be close up. They see your face. And more importantly, they see your eyes. I know, weird. They see your eyes. Guess why? Believable, transparency. They see your passion and your energy through that picture, right? Eyeballs, yet Jeremy knows it. Eyes don't lie. That's right, Ed. Exactly. You've got to really use it. And it makes you, there you go, Claire. Thank you. It makes you real. If you've got a really pretty picture and you're got beautiful stuff in the background and you're shaded and you're on the corner, test it. I've done it. I tested set recently and I spent a ton of money on both of these ads in Facebook. I wrote a story, promoted it. Used one picture that was pretty in the background. You couldn't really see us. It was the delicate arches. And I was like, this is amazing. It's about travel. People are going to identify the delicate arches in Utah. And then I did one of our faces flat out, just our mugs, right? 50%. Brian actually can tell me he did the numbers. Over 50% more likes, 50% more shares. And we had more people went all the way through our sales funnel because it was a lead capture. I was posting for purpose. I wanted people to buy something. And we had, I think, more than 50% signups from it. So Brian, he knows the details if he's here, but I'm not, but it was about 50%. It's powerful. Okay. You do just this from what you're doing today. You will get more likes, comments on Facebook, and you will get more people going forward. You can test it tonight, even on your normal posts. More posts with pictures, better. Facebook, think about that. More reality. This is a social setting. Share, put more of you. Okay. I know I'm jamming through, guys, at the top of the hour, but I'm going to go a little bit longer, but I'm just trying to jam through it. So, because I always like to keep everyone on point and I don't like to waste your time. Jeremy, great question. Do you use the same stories and change the photo? If you're going to use the same story, you have to use different keywords and change the photo or use the same photo. We typically will change our stories out every
It's 12 o'clock.
Oh, that's 12. Wow, it's 12 o'clock in Spain where Brian is. It's not that late here. And my computer always reminds me what time it is. You guys, when you are, what you'll do is I will post a new story sometimes every week, every month. I will change keywords and then we will also change the images. You can use a similar story if you change the audience, because remember, it has a lot to do with your frequency as well. If more people are seeing it, you're going to get The same people, and they're not going to click forward. What I'm going to be doing, guys, the next couple weeks, I'm going to be teaching you guys how to retarget, because there is a really great way of when you build a list and they're not taking action, you can retarget them on Facebook, with another story, with another ad in a different manner, and get those same people that liked you from the beginning but didn't take action to buy. But that's a really good question. So you can use similar stories, but you really want to change everything. I really would rewrite them using your same core message, because all of our stories, if you guys notice, if you see us on Facebook, core message is always the same. It's just written a little bit of a different twist. Okay. So I'm sharing you this right here because it's more of our core message, right? And Sample Family is about freedom. With freedom, you can create money more easily. And we've gone through the difficult times like you, and we have a solution. That's kind of our core message all the time. It doesn't change much. And when you use that type of, and you keep, if you find just your core message, guys, powerful stuff. It you now you don't have to think. You just think of the new twist, how to say that core message. Guys, it makes marketing so fun and not confusing. We get so hung up on the technical stuff. I swear, a lot of people are like, "Oh, there's all this, we have a new blog and that we're using." They're like, "Oh, this technical stuff." I'm like, "I don't even care. I'm just doing the same thing I've always done." I might get to the technical stuff soon, but guys, income producing activities in your business is the most important piece. So if your video looks weird or your post looks funny, who cares? Do it more. Keep doing it, because people love tenacity and they love consistency. Okay. And another thing is when you create, for instance, let's say a personal lead capture page that's all about you, and then you hand off, let's say, to your business or your opportunity, that's always going to stay the same. That's consistent. So I can keep posting, do all my normal stuff, sending them through my funnel. It's the ending, like the handoff to your company, that can maybe change. But guys, when you get something that works, you keep it congruent all the time. Okay. Wow. I hope you guys are like getting some of this, because I love this stuff. This stuff just juices me up because I know it makes such a difference in so many people. So, all right. So do you, how many of you guys think you know your core message? Just, you can hands up if you want. How many do you know it? Cool. I've worked with some, yeah, nice. I've worked with some of you, and a lot of you guys are like, no, you're not quite sure. And that's normal. And I work with a lot of big time marketers that don't know the same. They don't even know what their core message is. And when they start defining it, they're like, dang it, why didn't I do this before? I was so random. I was watching what other people were doing, and they were just doing what they were doing. And unfortunately, that's not you, right? It's not you. I don't talk about politics. How can I talk about, Martin Luther King all the time, all this stuff? I don't talk about that stuff. I don't talk about the government. I talk about stuff I like to talk about. So will I use some of it as nuggets? Sure. But I really only talk about my stuff. Okay. And those of you guys are working on it, I love it, because when you start to really think about it, you really do start to get really, really clear. Right. And you start to realize, what is my message? And you find your message, guys. A lot of times I just keep doing the consistency. That's why in my workshop, I'll share with you guys in a minute. On my workshop, if you guys think you're like, maybe I should join her for the workshop, I do one-on-one stuff. I'll share with you guys in a minute what we do. I'll give you a little more nuggets though. We don't even go, I have my students write their story, their video, keep doing, because guess what happens? Your core message is revealed through your consistency. That's why in the beginning, people are like, I don't know what to say. Well, just say something. Because when you go for 3 some weeks, 4 weeks of the same stuff, video, post, 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 you're like, there's a commonality to my message right now. And so we start off with your value. What is your values? What makes you unique? And you start posting what from your uniqueness. And all of a sudden you're like, dang it, I've got a really common value here. And your core message shines through. All of a sudden your brand pops through. And then, oh, this is who I am. Duh. Right. And that's why when I work with my students, a lot of them come back a lot, because in the beginning, sometimes it takes weeks to figure it out. And then once we do, because we're working one-on-one together, then they start to define it, and some come back. They're like, I'm still working on it. I got Shannon. She's coming back. I've worked with her before. And she's like, oh, I'm getting my core message. And that's what happens. Sometimes it takes a bit of time. Steve, you're here because you want to tighten it up and get it. Because some of us we're all at different levels. Right. And so what I love to do is really get connected to you guys. So I know your level. We all start at the same level, and then we start really getting tighter and tighter and tighter. And then our message shines through, because a lot of times we get a little broad, and then we start tightening it up, tightening it up. And guys, that's called being dedicated to your craft, your core message, your brand. And it's not overnight. I wish I could tell everyone that I had instant successes. I've been doing this for 9 years and I've worked on it. Does it take you 9 years to have success? No, but I still evolve too. And that's why when you work together and you have someone that's done it and we take the steps, it helps you guys a lot. So this is what I want to do. All right. So we're at the kind of at the end here. If you guys want to work with me more, I always love it. Of course, you guys know I love it. It's my favorite thing to do. Is you guys can join me for the next workshop. This is the thing. I don't market this workshop. I really don't market it. I send it to my list. Join me. My people, my students tell their people who tells their people, and they come join me. Okay. We're almost halfway. Well, we're more than halfway full now for the next workshop because I've got a lot of people that are returning. But this is what we do. I work for 4 weeks. It's live. You guys have a full members area that you go through, like homework that you do each week. And then we come and we do the live work together. Okay. I don't preach at you. I don't lecture you. We work together. I mean, my people will tell you, even this slide said I was telling more. My people talk more than I do in my sessions because you guys come prepared for the work that we do. I'm taking no more than 20 people in the class because I'd like to have one-on-one work, and I can't do that if I have too many. But what's going to happen is I'm going to be recording a lot of my trainings so that if there's more people, then we'll be able to, you guys will be able to work through the recordings as well. But everyone gets them recorded. You guys can always go back if you're part of the workshop. If you miss a session, you can get caught up. We have a full membership resource area in the members area. So this is what we're doing. It starts November 6th officially. This is kind of the warm-up call for people like, you know what, I'm coming. I know I need to be there. So you guys can actually join me. So November 6th is the next workshop. And we start at 12 because now I'm living in Spain. And we start at 12 Eastern. And of course, everything is recorded, but it's 12 for me is 5 o'clock p.m. And so that's the best time. But remember, you guys will be able to do so much of the work on your own. And typically, what I do is I charge $888 to work together. But I always give deals after my calls, right? Anyone that I already currently work with gets a special deal. And anytime I do a call like this, if you guys know you want to join me, it's $488 for the workshop. And what I do though is I always have to talk with you first. I don't want anyone giving me any money unless I know it's going to work for you, unless I know where you're at. And so, what I want you guys to do, if you're like, you know what, I think I kind of want to join her, I want to work with you more, then you guys are completely welcome to join me. I'd love to have you there. And this session will be recorded. So, anyone listening to this session in the next 24 hours, and you send me a message to ufbranding at gmail saying, Rhonda, I would love to work with you. I'd love to join your workshop. Then I will call you personally tomorrow. Okay. I do this always because I like you. I have to work with people and know that I can help you, not just take your money. Does that make sense? So you have to send me a message to ufbranding at gmail. And then I will call you. We'll take about 5 to 10 minutes. I'll call you guys tomorrow because it's getting a little later in the evening tonight. Everyone's got a lot of stuff. Some of you guys can email me and I'll reply back. As long as I know you guys are where you're at, then I'd love to have you join me. You'll do pre-work for the next 2 weeks before the actual workshop starts on November 6th. You will all go through my branding. I have an ebook for my branding. You guys will go through some pre-work that you'll be totally ready, rock solid. And a lot of you guys I'm going to see next week at the event that I'm doing. So you guys will be able to take this work and extend it a little bit longer as well. But guys, all right. So what I'm going to do is I want to open it up. If you guys have some questions, or if you guys know you want to join me, is anyone here like, yeah, I definitely want to join you that are already know you're going to come and join me? All right, awesome, right on. I know Gianna, you're coming back. That's great. Cool. Jim, Joe, awesome. Good, guys. It's really cool. I'm glad because Nancy, there's a lot of work we do together. Yay, Regina. I know we miss you, Regina. You missed the last couple ending of the last class. I'm glad to have you back. Right on. Yay. I know Shannon and Sherry will be there. Awesome. I know Steven. Cool. Yeah, we're gonna have a great class. Wow, this is awesome. You guys are amazing. Um, right on. Okay. Cool. Yay. I know. I can't wait to see you in Orlando either. Cool. Yay, guys. This is fantastic. Um, so again, November 6th is when we officially begin. Anyone tonight that responds tonight, if I don't get to you in a day or two, your email stamped, you guys will still get the same offer for the 488 if you want to charge. If you've not worked with me before, you'll get it for that price. if people work with me, they already get a massive benefit because my people get to join me for free if you're already working with me currently. And yay, 1 week. I know. I'm going to see you guys next week. And so just make sure you send the message to UF Branding. I want you to send your message saying why you want to join me, right? And then your email and your phone. I will call you tonight or tomorrow. I'll have a quick conversation with you guys. I'll enroll you in the course, prepare you, get you ready, and we'll just take steps even deeper. And we go so deep. All the stuff I talked to you guys tonight about, I can only go surface in 45 minutes to an hour, but we get really, 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 really deep on how to really get and accomplish all this stuff that we talked about tonight. So, all right, you guys are amazing. Really great to have you guys here tonight. I will have the recording up, and I'm excited to work with everyone that are here, and I'm happy that you're here. Hopefully, you guys got a lot of benefit from this call tonight, whether I work with you in the future or not. I don't care. I just want to make sure I'm delivering you guys some good benefit. Leave a comment in the event or wherever the heck you see this posted. Just tell everyone what you thought from it. It gives me a lot of extra confidence, but it also allows me to know if I need to work in areas. If I'm not giving you guys massive value you guys need and deserve, then I certainly want to make sure I'm doing that for you. All right. So let everyone else know, share the love, right? It's all about. And guys, if you know how it always works, go out tonight and be unstoppable. Have a great night, everyone. ufbranding at Gmail. Send me that message. I'll do a one-on-one with you guys. My website is Unstoppable Branding. You can go there and kind of see some stuff. I've got tons of all my past calls are on my YouTube channel, Unstoppable Branding. You can see it all. But guys, you're amazing. Thanks for being here. And oh, you guys are amazing. I know. It's so great to share my voice with all of you again. See you guys all again. Have a great night. Cheers, everyone. And be unstoppable.